Besides the coffee beans themselves, most baristas agree that the grinder is the single most important part of your setup. No $3,000 espresso machine can save poorly ground coffee. In a home setup, it's tempting to spend endless time and money trying to perfectly optimize your grinder. However, chasing perfection often leads to overcomplicating your workflow without actually improving your experience. In this video, I want to share a simple, practical approach that strikes the balance between quality and experience. Instead of looking at the grinder in isolation, we will focus on integrating it seamlessly into your daily routine. When discussing a coffee grinder, three main factors can be considered the most critical: quality, usability, and cost. Quality usually comes down to grind consistency, which means as even particle distribution as possible. That can be directly translated to how good your coffee is in your cup and also low retention. Usability focuses on speed, ease of use, and daily workflow comfort. Finally, cost, which covers not just the purchase price, but also the time spent on daily maintenance and also how long it takes for the grinder to break. Before diving in, keep in mind that even the best grinder can't save stale coffee beans. Knowing your beans' roast profile and condition sets the expectation before you start focusing on grinder optimization. And I'd like to also mention that featured in this video is the Wirsch GU38, a compact conical burr electric grinder. This video is done by a partnership with Wirsch. I'll provide you with a link to their website for a special discount for their grinders. I'll get some commission if you buy it through my discount link, so thanks for considering. I'd also like to mention that before building your workflow, always make sure to read your specific grinder's manual. Reading the manual gives you a baseline understanding for your model's technical details, which often describes its specification and maintenance procedure discussed next. Things like cleaning and calibrating procedures will definitely be very useful when designing the workflow. Okay, from now we will discuss the key aspects of a grinder. Let me mention that you need to pay attention to how your grinder sounds when running empty and while grinding. While different motors produce different sound types, getting used to how your grinder sounds can definitely help. A normal grinder should always make a smooth, steady hum. Any high-pitched chirping or clicking indicates that something is wrong. Listening to your motor is one of the easiest ways to catch problems early before damaging the burrs. The second aspect is speed. Grind speed isn't just about saving time. It sets the tempo for your entire coffee workflow. For instance, my setup grinds an 18-gram dose of coffee for 34 seconds. We should design our prep routine around that time frame. This is important to keep your workflow as effective as possible by using time as efficiently as possible. Next is grind retention. Grinder retention refers to stale, oxidized coffee grounds trapped inside the grinding chamber. You want to have as little retained grounds as possible to get the best quality in your cup. Commercial grinders aim for 1 or 0.5% retention, but in my opinion, under 2% is a good enough target for home setups. To manage retention, we commonly use two simple workarounds: RDT and bellows. The details regarding these workarounds can be read in the sources provided in a pinned comment. Basically, RDT is spritzing your beans with 1 or 2 sprays of water to reduce static electricity in the grounds. And using silicone bellows after grinding flushes out trapped grounds inside the grinding chamber. According to testing, Applying these methods reduce retention from 3% down to around 1%. These two simple low-cost steps can help lower your retention, make your coffee better, and may also prolong the lifetime of your grinder. The next aspect that we are going to talk about is ergonomics. Always give your grinder enough physical space on your counter. Leave enough clearance around the top and sides of the grinder so you can easily access the hopper, use bellows, and wipe down the area. For maximum results, use the compactness and extra features of your grinder to your advantage. The good thing about the GU38 is that it's compact and comes with a detachable AC/DC power supply. This is very useful to hide clutter and add flexibility. And now we are at the last aspect that we are going to discuss, which is cleanliness and maintenance. To keep maintenance simple, split your routine into basic care and monthly deep cleaning. Daily cleaning involves simpler and faster things, such as clearing the grinder chute and wiping away stray grounds in the surfaces. Using an alcohol spray on a cloth makes coffee oils wipe off easily without leaving moisture behind. And using the same wipe can be very helpful to catch stray grounds that make the setup dirty. The routine cleaning process should take around a minute, with maximum results. Now, for once a month, open the burr chamber to brush away built-up coffee residue inside the grinder and never use water on metal burrs. A dry brush and occasionally paper wipes are all you need. In my setup, the monthly deep clean can be completed in just around 5 minutes or so. And with the final aspect discussed, let's wrap what has been said in this video by showing what kind of workflow I have. I'll walk you through my workflow and explain by caption so that you can easily follow the explanation. I'll also provide explanations in the form of text in the video description. So let's begin the workflow walkthrough. And at the end of the day, achieving 95% optimization gives you an excellent cup of coffee already. So there is no need to stress over chasing that final 5%. By sticking to simple habits, keeping an open station, and doing basic maintenance, you get maximum results with minimal effort. So I hope with this approach, you can focus on enjoying your daily coffee routine rather than over-engineering your gear. And with that being said, until next time. Also, watch where I cover bean selections and freshness in depth in another video.